All right, we're just about ready for summer. So the landscapers were here for the second time today, and they finished everything because we had a lot of work done again this year. And I pulled out my fountain. That's the one that has to go to the front. Joe and I will take care of that tomorrow. My other fountain over there, that's where I had it last year, but that plug's not working. We need to get the plug changed out. So until then, I don't know. I'll probably move it over here. These are some tomato plants for the garden. Joe and I are planting just about everything from seed except for the tomato plants. So, what else needs to be done? We didn't paint that last year. We got to paint that. The next thing to do out here is to paint the deck. The last time the deck was painted was like 4 or 5 years ago, and paint's, you know, coming up. So we have to do that. I'm hoping to get that done soon as possible. I'm not going to give it a time frame because it seems like something else always comes up. So anyway, I planted flowers today. I had to go out, make 2 different runs to fill my Pathfinder up with all the flowers. So we have flowers here. My dwarf little bushes that are like that one there, they died over the last 2 summers. So I bought some arborvitaes. So there's another one over there. I still have to clean up my fire pit and pull this weed out of here. Then there's that flower I bought. The other thing we have to do is get the furniture pressure washed. We have a pressure washer, but since we're going to have to paint the deck, the best way to get up loose paint is with the pressure washer. I'm going to call Stefan, who usually does our pressure washing, and I'm going to have him come because he's got to clean some spaces on the house, and I might as well have him clean all of this here on the deck that I showed you. Like, all this still needs to be done, and all of this on the furniture needs to be done. So pressure washing, painting the deck. When I was out today, I was looking for rugs. I really didn't see anything I wanted to get today. So I'm going to go online and I'm going to look at a couple other different places. But I need new rugs. I already showed you guys that before. So flowers there, flowers there. I didn't get a whole bunch of flowers this year for, you know, you usually have flower pots all over the place. I just decided just a little bit. This is obviously a flower plant, but then I put flat leaf parsley here and some German thyme here, and then I have cilantro in that one, and then I have basil and thyme over here with this flowered thing. It's called, I don't know, something snow something, I don't know. It blooms in the summer. So there's that. I was watering flowers out by my garden, and I need to go water the flowers in the front. I only have just the 2 pots so far. If I do any more flowers, I'll probably put them out front. I usually put flowers over there too, so I still might do that. Let's see. And then I have a hanging basket. These are in bloom now. The Wagellas, they're on their way out. And this one blooms a little later than this one, so the flowers are still nice. And the sun's really bright because, what time is it? 6 o'clock. So anyway, and my lilacs, they're just about done. And I'm really bummed out because when they were in full bloom, when they smelled really good, we were on vacation. So when I came back home, they were already bloomed, and some of them were starting to fade and all of that. And I trimmed up my rose bush. My azalea here is done. This rose bush, it's gotten a lot taller. They trimmed, these are my burning bushes, my spireas. They did some trimming there, but they didn't get the tops because that's where the new growth is right now. Flowers here. That's a perennial that comes back all the time. These perennials, the only thing I don't like about them is they flop over all the time. Pretty soon they're going to be out here in the walkway. I got a fern. I did not plant that one yet, and I got to take the tag out of this plant over there. I usually leave a potted plant there. We trimmed a little bit over here with the dapple willows. The hostas are all coming up, and the heathers and the ferns that are supposed to be over there. And I have some other flowering things. I got to pick that up. That thing keeps falling. I don't know why. That azalea is in full bloom right now, and the red one out front I think is in bloom. So it's just this pink one over here that's faded. And I'm going to have to come here and get this thing to stand back up there again. But my clematis is hanging there. It needs to be wrapped up into that. So that's a project for the next day or so. My solar lantern, it doesn't work. My other one that was over that way, it doesn't work. I can't find any solar lanterns. Nobody's carrying them. So I am going to have to buy it online. The other thing I need to do is trim back my lilac here after it's done blooming, because you can see with my stepping stones, I don't have hardly any room to get through there. So my vine is coming along nicely. And let's see what else. My crepe myrtles already have their leaves. We still need to get somebody to come cut this dead stuff out. So that'll be a project soon. And what else? I still have to buy my bird feeders, one for that end and one for that end, and I got to get my hummingbird feeder. And then I bought this. I thought it was pretty, this wind chime, so I'm gonna have to find obviously another place to hang it. I just put it here for now. So there we go. Nothing special really just yet on my deck, except, you know, just a little bit of flowers. But I decided after many years of not using my concrete planters that I would use them this year. So I bought flowers for in there. And the other thing is I still have to order a swing set to put in here for Alex. So the landscapers today, they did some trimming of my bushes. The last time that they were here, you know, they cleared all of this stuff out, and they mulched all the way over to like right in here. This is where we had some bushes tore out last year. I'm still thinking of we got to get the dead stuff cut out there, but I still want to leave like the junipers because they look nice from that side. But I got to find something that's nice that will grow in the shade to kind of plant like over here and kind of cover that up a little bit. And these rocks need to be reworked. I don't know what's happened to those. But see, when you're standing over here, the junipers, they look nice. So when I had them cut those back last year, I told them to leave the part that was still living alone. This part, they did not mulch this though the last time that the landscapers were here, but they mulched it today. They surprised me by that. I didn't know that they were going to do that, so that was really nice. But I paid for like, I think 10 or 12 yards of mulch. Look at my tree berm. Oh, they not only trimmed all the branches hanging out over into the yard, but they went in and thinned them out, and they did a lot of trimming. They weed whacked all the weeds, and then where the weeds were still down at the ground, they sprayed them to kill them. And then we have mulch all put in there. And I got to put my bird bath back over there. And then they cleared all of this out and put mulch in here. And then that's in bloom. And I'm going to have a lot of traffic because it's still like rush hour. So they edged all along the berm too. So that's all taken care of. It looks nice on this side, on that side. The last time they were here, they cut that tree down. So we got a big hole there. I don't know what we're going to do to fill that space, to be quite honest. But they tilled my garden the last time, but they didn't put the compost in. So they put the compost in today. And then they cleared out my bed. I used to have perennials all up and down in here, but the perennials keep dying. So I have one perennial over there that's alive. So today I went and I bought like hanging baskets of just different annual flowers, and 4 of them. And I just spaced them out and plopped them in there. So the garden's ready for Joe and I to plant. I have a couple of these things that, the thing that holds them on to the post that came off, so I've got to find something to hang these back up, and that one too. So There, that's all done. It's hard for you to see. The sun's really bright right now. And the only thing that we didn't get done that we wanted to have done were, they were going to come with an aerator into this area where, you know, you get bare spots and stuff. And then they were going to plant some grass seed. It's getting too late to do that now because the spring rains are almost done. So, I don't know. We probably might try to do it in the fall. So, anyway, so this is the back. And once we get the deck painted, right now, pretty basically, I can still sit outside now and enjoy without, you know, having to worry about stuff to do. Because the garden's going to be planted in a couple days. The flowers are all done. So I can sit in and enjoy until it's time to paint the deck. But I'll be really happy if I'll at least find some new rugs. So now I will take you to the front and I'll show you what they did. Okay, and lastly, these are these Mona lavenders that I like to plant every year. They didn't have the bigger ones like I've gotten in the past. I think last year and this year they were this size, but then they get really tall and they fill up this whole pot anyway before you know it. So it's no big deal. So we got those there. I'm setting those there for now because I usually put a pot of flowers over there. I have right here a new fountain. Actually, that fountain is the fountain I bought for my dining room, but it was leaking a little bit. It was splashing too much. I don't want to say leaking, it was just splashing. And I bought new cushions for the chairs. They trimmed my hollies today. They dumped extra mulch in through here. And we have new mulch all in here. And they mulched around my trees except for that one, because that one really doesn't have a mound anymore because the trunk is so big. And in the front of that berm over there, they cleaned it all out and they put fresh mulch down. And then the last time they were here, they mulched that bed over there. So he's working up a price now. I want to keep my same paver blocks here, but it needs to be leveled out, especially down there, because when it rains and stuff, it puddles up really bad. And then they'll have to trim all through here. So that's the next thing that we're going to have him give us a price for. Okay, and I already had a shower and I look like a mess, so don't judge me. Okay, so anyway, the other thing that we're having him do, in addition to giving us a price on re-leveling our whole sidewalk out front, my sidewalk out back, I hate those bricks things that are out there. And Harry and I have been talking for a while about replacing that walkway. And then we did do the walkway that goes out to the garden, but when they came in 2011 to put that new septic tank in, and they tore all of this up out in there, they took like half of our walkway away. So I'm asking the landscaper to give me a price for new walkway blocks and the same blocks, so everything's all uniform, then going out there to the yard. It's been a very busy day. It's been a day of a lot of work, a lot of sweat, just going outside to water flowers and then get the camera and to show you guys I'm sweating again. I've already had a shower. So anyway, those are my updates for the spring. And my house, that's a different story. I got to clean my house. That'll be what I'll be working on over the next couple days. So anyway, I'll see you guys next video. Bye.